Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe,
And I'm Calvin.
and welcome to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that.
How was your week?
Restful.
Good.
How was yours?
Not restful.
Sure. Why?
Huh?
Why?
It was a busy week. It was Christmas week. I had to get some stuff in order, had to get some food in place, had to make some calls, had to make sure some gifts got sent out last minute. It was busy for me.
Okay. Okay. Sound like you had an eventful week.
God, anywho. How do you like your alcohol?
It's fine.
Did you get any good gifts?
Yes. Had a blast. Christmas was good to me.
What was your favorite gift?
All of them.
I would think it was these cocktail cards, honestly.
I love them all. I'm going to use some more than others, but I like them all.
Oh. We created a makeshift bar. We're almost adults. We're doing pretty good.
Sure, I guess. Somewhat. I don't know.
What to you? What would mean like adult? Like we're officially adults.
Paying a mortgage.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mm.
We stop paying bills.
Mhm.
Getting a liquor cabinet doesn't make you an adult.
We have a liquor cabinet. We have a liquor cabinet.
Yeah. A bar, liquor cabinet, whatever you call it.
Interesting.
Place to put liquor doesn't
Place to
make you an
put liquor.
adult.
Very interesting.
Sure. I don't even know where this is going.
I'm just asking, do you feel grown? And you're saying you've always felt grown, essentially.
Yes.
Interesting.
Alcohol doesn't make you an adult.
I honestly don't feel grown. Still.
Good for you. Keep your youth. I don't know what to tell you.
Keep my youth. Anywho, onto that happened with Joe.
That happened with Joe.
Honestly, the only thing that happened for me is that I finished. Well, the finale's not out yet, but I caught up with Stranger Things. They dropped 3 new episodes for the final season 5 of Stranger Things. Caught up with all of them. The storytelling, to me, is all over the place. It requires you to have a lot of knowledge on the other stuff that's happening outside of the show. So, like, there's a play that happened in the UK that people are supposed to know about, and it plays into what's being told on screen in the show. There's several books that have come out as well that I haven't kept tabs on at all. And that also plays into the show. I mean, you can still get by watching just the episodes, but I'm watching people do deep dives about what certain things mean and what their guesses are for the finale. And a lot of it requires you to know like everything else, which to me is BS. The storytelling right now for me around a lot of these kids feels ham-fisted. It feels like they didn't really it feels like they didn't expect it to go for as long as it has, and now they're like, I guess this is how we can start tying up things.
Sound
Sure.
like they didn't think the culture phenomenon was going to hit that show.
I understand not knowing how big in the pop culture realm it was going to be. Because no one's going to know.
But wasn't it big before it left? Or wasn't it a good...
Before it left? What do you mean?
Wasn't Stranger Things started and then it took like a break or a hiatus for a couple of minutes?
That was because of the, what's it called? It was a writer's strike.
Okay. Before then, it was still... People were still watching it.
It was only on its second season.
What I'm saying, the people were still watching it. Like, a lot of people were watching it.
But what I am talking about is how all of these other things have dragged it out. Like it's been on since 2016, but we're only on the 5th season right now. It's 2025.
Okay.
And these are about kids.
Okay.
And kids' age.
Sure.
And I don't think they accounted for all of the downtime when it came to the storytelling for the rest of the show. Like a lot of these kids are now like married and have children of their own. Like, but they're still supposed to be playing like high schoolers. So there's a lot of stuff that's not matching visually with what's being told. Also, I feel like the chemistry between a lot of these actors is changed because they're grown now.
Sounds like to me they had something, took a hiatus, and tried to come back and pick up where they left off.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And to you, sounds like you don't like the way it came back because between the aging of the stars and the storytelling of adding stuff that lores from books and not sticking to what they already had, seemed like they're doing too much to you.
I don't think it's that they're doing too much. Granted, you got to pivot when stuff changes. Certain ways you got to pivot. I don't like how they're trying to make it sound like this was all part of the plan. I guess is what my biggest gripe
That's
is.
the whole point. You have to make it look like it was part of the plan
It is so
to
bizarre.
make it seem seamless.
It is so bizarre right now. Like the main bad guy for the longest had been the Mind Flayer. And then they changed that in season 4, end of season 3, into season 4, to make it a new entity called Vecna. And now they're going back to the Mind Flayer being the big bad again. But we haven't talked about the Mind Flayer in literal years at this point.
Maybe that was supposed to be like da.
I feel like
a twist or something.
They were headed one way, had to change it again, and then changed it back to the first thought is what it feels like.
Sound like to me they were trying to come up with plots and twist after twist.
Like there was a lot of insinuations we were going to go into the other numbered kids who all have special abilities. They really leaned hard on the science testing of it all, like how there was this, experiment and volunteers, and it was like right below the government radar and like all this other stuff. They really leaned hard on it being like LSD and drug initiated. And then it was like, no, just kidding. It's about interdimensional activities. That's what's changing things. None of the drugs. And then it was like, oh, and also those kids we talked about, dead. So it was like, wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? Why? Why are the kids dead? It's all over the place for me. But so we got the latest 3 episodes. Karen Wheeler kicking ass per always. This girl, she's the mother of two of the kids that are involved in a lot of the storytelling.
Sure.
And whenever she shows up, she's kicking ass, and I love that for her. The last time we saw her, she was facing a Demogorgon by herself with a broken wine bottle, getting it in good. But she got caught up as well. She gets harmed in the process. Goes to the hospital, wakes up from her coma, realizes her kids are still in danger. Here's the tail end of another discussion between her son and his friend about what's going on. Rips the IV out of her arm to go save them because they're under attack again. Saves them. And it's like, let's go, bitches. We gotta go save my daughter. Like, she's great. She's a standout for me. Otherwise, the rest of that storytelling, there's a whole scene in there where like Max and Holly, which are the 2 girls that are trapped in Vecna's mind, they have an opportunity to escape his mind and get their own freedom. They realize they can't escape together. In order for them to return to their actual bodies, they have to escape separately. So they figure out how to escape separately. You would think once they see like the little doorway for them to escape, to make it out, they would run. They slow walk. They slow walk to their destinations. They have been running from a man for episodes. Finally see they're out. They're like, let's take our time.
Maybe they're tired.
Take our time.
At this point, I'm tired. My legs are tired. I'm tired.
They're literally in somebody's mind. So their physical bodies aren't what's tired. It's all in their minds.
My mind legs are tired.
My mind legs are tired. No, they start running once they hear the guy coming. So there was this, other than that, and I kind of feel like they are wasting Linda Hamilton right now. Do you know who she is?
No, of course not.
Have you seen any of the Terminators?
Yes.
So she was in the first and the second one. She's the mom.
Okay. She's John Connor's mom?
Yes.
That's
I want to say Karen. I think her name's Karen Connor.
That's all you had to say.
So she's the mom. She's a legend when it comes to like this type of storytelling, like sci-fi, fantasy, fictional stuff.
Good.
She's phenomenal.
Good for her.
She's playing a very one-note villain right now, and I'm like, I am upset. Anyway, anywho, that's me. They gave us some added melanin. There's another girl who's not white in the show. They're making her a villain. I'm upset. Anger. So anyway, but yeah, Stranger Things has come out. We're getting the final episode of the series. December 31st is coming out New Year's Eve. We're gonna see how they're gonna tie everything up. Can tap into Vecna's power sometimes. Sometimes he can't. They've established that he's not another 11. He's a copycat. But now Holly also might be a copycat. We've got kids that have been kidnapped. We've got Vecna who's about to crush all of the dimensions into one, which is going to cause insanity. Will the kids save the world? That's it. That's all I got.
And that was Stranger Things.
That happened.
The recap. Yeah, I just can't get into it. It's just not my cup of tea. So I watched like an episode, and I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Too many things are going on.
You like to jump in the middle of stuff.
Why is this charred man trying to take kids?
Have you ever thought about starting a series on episode 1?
Never. Mm-hmm. Why would I do something like that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm right.
9 times out of 10, watching from episode 1 doesn't tell you anything.
Because it literally sets the foundation for everything else that's going to happen.
Normally. Now with these shows, it doesn't matter. Things change drastically. Yes.
No.
Sure. Whatever.
Okay.
You just told me Stranger Things were trying to do something else. Now they're doing something else. Now they're trying to go back to something else.
But it's not drastic, is what I'm saying. It's not drastic.
Okay.
But like,
out of nowhere, a charred man came up and said he's gonna take the kids.
See, out of nowhere for everybody. But this is the same thing with like Power Book 4 that I've been watching on Stars, which is Tommy's show essentially. You jumped in on that middle of the 3rd season and was like, "This is terrible." I'm like,
no,
okay,
it's not that it's not terrible. It's a good show. My issue is every other character is grounded except the main character.
We just watched all his plans, all the stuff that he's been putting in place crumble right before his face. That's how they ended this last episode.
It doesn't. Okay. I guess his grounding is eventually all his plans crash to the ground. Crash and burn. That's his grounding.
His grounding is that he reaches
me.
A point where he thinks he's the smartest one, and everybody thinks they're the smartest one, and then it all culminates into a mess. We saw that in the original Power series. He was making all these side plans, all these side alliances with people, thinking that he was going to get one over on the other Power players, and it did not work. That's his whole storyline, is that he kind of goes at everything at the same time, and sometimes that chaos works. But most of the time, it does not work. And then what can he do once all of that crumbles to the ground?
Be the only sure. Okay, I guess I just think,
honestly,
like you said,
I'm glad it's working out the way it's working out. I wanted him and that black girl to pair up. I wanted them to be a team, and now that's looking like it might happen.
So he can get away once again, and he be the only one to survive.
I don't think he'll be the only one.
Yeah, he will.
No.
Okay.
He got a nephew. That nephew gonna survive.
Sure. Like, okay. That's Power. Mini recap.
No, we didn't recap anything, so there you go.
I just think that
the guy whose show it is
and the game that they're talking about, he's doing way too much. That's my only thing.
But you haven't watched any of the other seasons.
He's stealing and trying to get the same people to be on his side. They know he's screwing them over. They know he's messing up their deal with other big clients. They know.
Who are you talking about?
Che, I don't know.
Exactly. You don't know what you're talking about.
So, Tommy didn't mess up another drug dealer's business just so him to get upper hand and to sell to some other group.
If you really want the backstory, it starts off with Tommy leaving New York to come to Chicago. Chicago was supposed to be a rest stop. Chicago was supposed to be he visited his mom. He learned he had a brother, and that was supposed to be it. But when he gets there, he finds out, one, the cocaine gang over there, they're trying to take over what New York's hotspot was, and he ran New York. So he's interested. Now he's like, okay, what exactly are they doing? And that's how he learns about the different gangs. The Yardies is one of the gangs that's in Chicago that's all vying for power. They decided to make an enemy of Tommy for whatever reason. Like, they were trying to, like, showboat and be like, you don't know who you messing with kind of a deal, and try to bully him. And it did not work. And it turned out the person that went after Tommy was the leader of that gang. So when Tommy kills him, they're like, oh, now we got to go after you. What gang are you with? Clearly you're affiliated with other power movers here. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But through that, he starts making alliances. He ends up making enemies. It's a whole thing. Tommy finds out was his dad part of CCB? He somehow gets into CCB. And he helps them with a deal. Because they weren't doing cocaine at first. But now they're like, we need to make money. So he helps them with a cocaine deal, and that's how he gets into CCB.
My whole point is, he's screwing over other gangs. He's supposed to be working with, sorta, kinda.
No, they didn't join his coalition.
But he's screwing them over.
Him against Che. Che started that. They were never alliances.
Once again,
they've always been enemies.
He's screwing over every other faction.
Just the factions that refuse to work with him.
They know it's him. All of them are talking to each other, knowing it's him, and none of them can do anything about it.
Who's all of them, though? Again, you don't really know because you don't watch the show.
The only people that are really on his side are the Albanians. Am I not mistaken? Am I not right?
No, they're not on his side.
Okay.
They owe him. That's part of what's going on.
So they still don't like him. So they want him dead anyway.
No, they tried to kill him. It didn't.
Okay. Once again, I'm right. Everybody wants him dead. No one really likes him.
No.
They all want him dead. None of them can kill him.
The Albanians don't want him dead now.
Okay. Only the Albanians are the only ones that don't want him dead. The Mexican mafia wants him dead.
Che doesn't want him dead.
Che wants him dead.
No, Che is no. Do you know who Che is? You don't even know who Che is. Guy? He's above the brother.
I'm sorry. Not he's the guy that's supplying the Mexican guy. The Mexican guy whose sister is his baby mama.
That's not Che.
Okay, whatever. The Mexican who's his baby mama, who he's been screwing over this whole time.
I think they're gonna end up having to work together. But they've been enemies. They've never worked together. They've never been alliances.
So now they all hate his guts. They all want him dead, but none of them can kill him. Even the police wants him dead, but nobody can kill him.
I don't think that. No, because the police is corrupted.
Javon, I'm kind of right. Everybody wants him dead. Everybody don't want him dead, Javon?
Everybody?
Yeah.
No. Certain movers in these gangs, sure.
All of the gangs want him done. All the head people in the gangs want him gone.
But they're not the head people. Those people that want him gone are not the head people. They want to be the head people.
That girl's brother is not the head person in his little gang?
Che is. Che is the head person. He's one of his soldiers. Che's the head person.
How many times you told Che you want to kill him?
A lot.
Okay.
But he's not the head person. Okay. And again, the whole gang doesn't want Tommy dead. It's literally like it's literally these people who are vying for power. Is the whole point. The CCB, okay. that the dude with the cauliflower ear, he's the only one that really wanted Tommy dead. And he was working hard to get his brother on his side.
I'm sorry. So he's just allowed to screw everybody over, but no one wants him dead.
Again, who do you think he screwed over? Because again, you haven't been watching the show. So who do you think he screwed over?
He didn't mess up one of those dudes' deal.
Which deal? Which dude?
Okay. We're getting way too in depth with the power. And I really don't kind of want to. I didn't want to.
My point is, you take little abstracts here and there, and you think you know the whole story, and then you get upset.
No.
And none of it is true.
Okay. I watched it. I'm like,
you watched a couple of episodes in this latest season.
I'm like, okay. He's screwing over. It seemed like he's screwing over
a lot of people.
At least the second in command every group.
The whole storyline with Tommy is that other people have been trying to garner power, but they've been going about it very selfishly. And then you've got Tommy, who has no stakes, no biases, no claims with anybody, who goes at it all at once. He doesn't care who he's talking to. He'll go about it all at once, and it's working. It's fruitful. And they get pissed about that. They get really mad about it. Plus, he still has his connects from New York. And all of that took place in like season 1, season 2 of how he like really leaned on that to kind of get to where he is now. But that's really what it is. He literally showed up in town. All of them were working separate alliances, trying to get one over on each other. It wasn't working.
That's normally
he did make it work.
That's normally how the drug game is.
Okay, so he's the one that made it work, essentially. And they've all individually, instead of joining together, all individually have been trying to screw him over. And it works here and there.
They all have the common denominator that he's the problem.
But they don't have the common denominator to work together. None of them have the common denominator to just link up and take him down at all.
Okay. Mean Girls. There's no other way to tread.
Also, you make it sound like I force watch you to watch Power.
No,
I did not.
I never said you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. All the characters are amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. The storytelling and the characters are amazing. It's just everybody is grounded to some extent. And it seems like he's really not until everything collapses.
Tommy's grounding is that he has no life outside of this. That's what his grounding is. His struggle is trying to figure out how to have a life outside of the drug game because he doesn't have one. He's trying. He's trying to have one.
Okay.
But he can't get one. And that's what he wants the most.
Okay.
He wants a family and a life outside the drug game. And he's never been able to do it.
Okay. Maybe I just see that as par for the course. But maybe that's what that is.
But for him, this is a new leaf for him because old Tommy didn't give a shit. Like he was going crazy. He killed his girl. Believe it or not, this is calm down center Tommy. Sure. Who's doing all this right now.
Sure.
And I think this is the last season for him too, on top of that.
I remember in Ghost, he was just the crazy white boy that just did crazy stuff. And they were like, yo, why?
In the original Power, Ghost wanted out. He actually had a life outside of the drug game. But Tommy didn't want him to leave. He thought he needed Ghost in order for them to keep doing what they were doing. He thought. He finds out too late he doesn't really need that. And then this is him figuring it out for himself how he can do all that. I don't care about none of the other characters of Power, but Tommy's my favorite.
I can tell.
I don't care about his son. I don't care about Ghost's son. Whatever. And they're doing one for Kane, for 50 Cent's character. I don't care about that either. Who cares? Give me something else. So we'll see what else they come out with because they're not going to let this go. So we'll see. On a side note, before we get into Mean Girls, I also don't like this new leaf of 50 Cent that everybody is like praising. He is not a truth teller. He's not a truth teller. He is a shit stirrer. There is a difference.
A pina colada must be kicking in.
What?
What? Yeah.
You haven't seen like how he's making like the top 10 list for everybody for their 2025?
I don't care what the internet says because the internet is not a real place.
Mm-hmm.
The internet is a place where people who think they know it all but don't know shit can go and spew the shit that they don't really know.
They currently want 50 Cent to go after Jay-Z.
They all want following. First of all, this is how dumb they are. 50 Cent is Jay-Z.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Ta-da what?
They're the same person. They are.
Hmm?
They're the same person. They're the same type of businessmen.
No, I think Jay-Z's actually talented. I don't think 50 Cent is talented.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is they're the same type of businessmen.
Oh, okay.
They're both sneaky as hell.
Oh, okay.
They're the same type of person.
So like character-wise.
Yeah. They're the same person.
Okay.
The difference is Jay-Z ain't got time for this BS. He's too busy making actual life-changing money in his eyes. He has too much to lose to get into these petty little things.
Mm-hmm.
He's too busy being a real businessman. Mm-hmm. Not saying 50 Cent is not a businessman. For people to come after me. What I'm saying is Jay-Z is certain things he know he can and can't do that will destroy his brand or the way he's making moves.
Right.
And two, I don't need to get involved. I'm a billionaire. Why do I care what you say or think about me?
Right.
Sometimes the lore that you have of me and think of what I am or might be makes me even more popular and more money.
Well, apparently, there's people who are really piecing together how close Diddy and Jay-Z were, like how they've known each other since like the early start of their career.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, was not a secret. That's not a secret.
They came up in hip-hop.
But I guess a lot of people are like, oh, so he was at the parties.
Yes. Oh, what? Everybody was at the parties. 50 Cent was at the parties.
Everybody was at the parties.
50 Cent was at the parties. That's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
The person who is saying tell the truth, he was at the parties too.
And he's had his own allegations thrown at him. So
that's what I'm saying. They're all one and the same.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said there's a difference between being a shit starter and a truth teller. There's a difference. And the reason 50 Cent went so hard against Diddy was because Diddy tried to hit on him. And he was like, never again. Never again. As a matter of fact, I'll do this.
I think people took some of Diddy being friendly as him trying to hit on them.
Diddy telling 50 Cent, let's go shopping. So, and then him trying to cuddle up on that dude was him being friendly?
Some men don't believe in boundaries, just like Asian men don't believe in boundaries in Asia.
This is a black man from New York. You're telling me he doesn't know what the social etiquette is?
How long has he been rich? You tend to start doing things you normally probably wouldn't do. Money changes you. No matter how much you want to agree or not, money changes you.
So you don't think that Diddy was trying to do anything nefarious, you're saying? He was just being a nice guy.
No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying to you is we really don't know. We don't know his intentions. It sounded like he had enough cheeks to clap. He didn't need that.
But he was greedy for more. Like that was the whole thing. It was like he never felt like he had enough.
Well, whatever.
That was his whole thing. He never felt like he had enough. I'm just saying,
unless 50 Cent is trying to say something happened without saying something happened.
We were talking about it. My theory was when Andre died, his protection went away. And that's why we got all the stuff we got.
No. No.
I think so.
No.
I think so. Because the rumors have been swirling forever. But they finally...
No.
People started finally believing them shortly after Andre died.
No. I think what happened was...
Why do you keep saying no? This is my opinion.
Oh, I'm sorry. My opinion is... I don't think it was Andre Harrell's protecting him. I think it was the other owners of the record companies that were protecting him, like the Clyde Davises of the world.
But they wanted him gone on several occasions, and the person who fought for him, Andre.
But then when Andre died, he would have been taken out if that was the case.
I don't think about taken out. I think they were looking at what he was still garnering them because he was still making them money.
And like I said, that's and that's what I'm saying. So until he couldn't make them no more money and he became a burden, that's when they were like.
What I'm saying is at least in the documentary, you show how that kept happening. Like he was making the money, but then he would become a burden. And then somehow, some way he would come out on the other side of it. And usually Andre was like also one of the fixtures there.
And I think it's because he was making them money.
But I also think Andre gave a layer of protection that he no longer had. Because, I mean, look at the...
I would agree with you that...
The trampling incident. The person that saved his job, Andre.
I would say to you that Andre was probably one of the handlers. Was one of the people. Mm-hmm. One. I don't think he was the main guy. Mm-hmm. I think he was one. I'll give you that. He was one. He was one. For that company. Because technically, his company was going to get hit with that. Not really. It was just his company.
But his company was signed under a bigger label.
And that's what I'm saying. I think the bigger label was the one who really did what they needed to do.
I don't know.
It's all speculation. But I understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying the timing is very interesting.
I think because because he's not Bad Boy Diddy. He's just an old ass black dude.
But
with money
even without
now.
him being Bad Boy Diddy, they were still making money off of his side hustles.
But
because they gave him some of the capital for like the liquor, for the clothing line,
and he started becoming a burden with all of those things.
But that's what I'm saying. He always reaches a point where his actions start to cause more harm than good for them, and somebody or several someones usually either manage to turn it around, cover front, whatever. They managed to get him on the other side of it, and then for whatever reason, after Andre passed, and I mean surely after Andre passed, that coverage was gone.
And he was still doing crazy shit.
No, what I'm saying is not just him passing, like it's sticking. He's always been doing crazy shit.
Okay.
But it's sticking and people actually pursuing it. That was new.
I think it's like you said, some of the several people that were protecting him decided not to no more.
It's very interesting.
I think Andre probably was one of those people. I think he was the one closest to him. I don't think he was the main one.
Right.
But let's not act like he didn't have a hand in this. He didn't play a hand in this.
Who, Andre?
No. Diddy himself.
Oh no, of course.
I like how we went
but he hasn't had to deal with any of his consequences until very recently.
Yeah. I like how we went from Stranger Things to Power to this whole thing. The Diddy whole thing. But at the end of the day, they're all one and the same. To a certain extent.
The singers are. Yeah. Or the shows that we're talking about.
The shows, the rappers.
The shows, the rappers.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is the same thing as Power.
No. Kind of, to me.
Interesting.
There's a lot going on.
That doesn't make no sense. Anyway, moving on, Mean Girls.
It doesn't have to make sense. Nothing has to make sense.
Uh-huh.
Somebody just has to believe.
Someone just has to believe?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Whatever. Anywho, Mean Girls. What is the episode we watched? Tough Cookies.
Tough Cookies. Mean Girl Murder, season 3, episode 3. We watched Tough Cookies.
We watched episode 3, episode 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So episode 4 was the teen.
Episode 4 was Little Miss Murder.
Little Miss Murder.
And then we also watched episode 5, Wicked Witches.
Wicked Witches, yeah. So we're going to start with Tough Cookies, episode 3.
Uh-huh.
It starts in a cookie factory. First of all, I did not know that you can have this much drama in a cookie factory.
Well,
pretty much it was the old heads against the YWs.
They're saying boomers versus millennials is what they were saying.
That's what I said. It's the old heads versus the YWs.
What's a YW?
Young whites.
Calvin?
Young white women. YWW. Young white women.
Okay. So many things. One, look at the time frame.
I would say YC, but then, that's too much.
Look at the time frame that this is happening in. Do you remember when it was happening?
No.
It's happening in like the early 2000s.
2011, 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around that time. 2012-ish.
Yeah.
It's all around that time. Conversation around the new generation coming up at the time was about millennials and how different they were to the generation prior to them. Everybody was skipping over Generation X and going and talking straight about boomers for whatever reason.
So
there was a lot of media built animosity between the two generations, with them saying there was a lot of articles and thought pieces about how bad millennials were compared to boomers before them, especially in the workplace. They really felt like millennials were being really lazy compared to what boomers were doing, essentially, even though that was not the case. So that is a conversation that's going around already. So them saying that it was the boomers versus the millennials because they were the young up and coming, it fit in line with what was happening in the time period nationally. All that to say, yeah, this was a very cutthroat cookie factory. Cutthroat cookie factory. We're in a small town where they don't have a whole lot going on.
6,000, small town, 6,000 people. roughly.
They're in Wyoming also. Would you say that Wyoming is a flyover state?
You don't have to fly over Wyoming at all.
Okay, do you know what it means to be a flyover state?
No, they just fly over you. You don't.
It means you don't really have like an attraction that people come to stay and visit
And what
at
I'm
all.
saying to you is, you don't have to even fly over Wyoming at all. You can just leave them out. Period. That's what I'm saying.
So they are a flyover state.
They're not anything. They're just a state. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're not even a flyover. They're just a state. Period. I've never heard somebody say, "You know where I want to go for vacation? Wyoming."
So I've heard a lot of hikers and hunters who love going out that way. Oh, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, which are normally considered flyover states.
So mass murderers, killers, and people who don't have friends.
When you need friends to go do hunting groups, you can't usually do it by yourself. Usually you go with friends.
Murderers, killers, and people who don't have friends. Moving right along. The Cookie Factory.
Wait, I'm confused again. Anyway, my whole point in saying that they're a flyover state is that there's not a lot going on in this state, including career-wise, which is why everybody was fighting for jobs for this cookie factory.
We all knew that as soon as you said it was Wyoming.
Who's we?
Everyone knew that.
So I can't set up a baseline just in case somebody doesn't know that. Like if we have an international listener, I can't set a baseline whatsoever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what. I forgot we got international listeners. My bad, y'all.
Goodness.
Continue. Catch them up. Continue.
My goodness. Anywho, so just think of a very tiny place that doesn't have a lot going on. And then on top of that, people are competing to get jobs in this cookie factory. This cookie factory kind of represents a lot of stability for people in that town. It's one of the few places where you can get a job, but it also is one of the few places where you can have a longevity in a job.
I don't think they're fighting for I think they're fighting for certain. You said certain things at the job, right?
Well,
not the
first
job
you had to get
general.
in. First,
okay.
you had to get in first, which was like the whole thing.
Okay.
They kind of touched on how there was maybe nepotism that happened in that, which wouldn't be out of the realm for me.
Yeah.
That there's generations of families that work at this place.
Of course. It had to be.
Of course. But then they're like, once you get in, then they were also jockeying for a position in the plant itself.
We had a similar thing. It's called longshoreman. Normally,
that's an actual trade.
There's families of people who can get you in.
But that's a trade.
Especially getting you into the what you call the oh my god. The shoot.
What's a longshoreman?
Pretty much, it's dock workers. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
Working on the dock and piers, to boats and ship.
Do they get hired
cargo
to work on the
like
boat?
That. No, they import. They grab
I'm thinking
the cargo.
like fishermen. Like they join a boat, they're out to sea, and then they come back.
No, longshoremen are people that take the cargo off the ships.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Don't quote me on that, but that's
what you know it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to get those jobs, you normally had to be the son of a guy who's already part of that, and to be in the
union.
The union.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be somebody whose dad. It's like father son.
Generational.
Yeah, great grand. Yeah, that's how it was where I'm from.
It sounds like it was a good job though.
Yeah, it was
like you got good benefits and good pay.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
Yes, it was the cookie factory. For lack of a better term, it was a cookie factory job.
What was their mean girl murders about?
If there were, I'd never heard them because I never cared.
I know somebody slept with somebody's wife. I know it happened at least once. At least once.
I'm not saying nothing happened. What I'm saying to you is,
I ain't never heard anything happen.
I never heard anything, and a lot of my family members were that.
They were longshoremen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to join the trade?
No. Number one.
What?
I already knew I was leaving.
Oh.
It wasn't if, it was just when.
How did you know? You were literally a teenager.
I knew I was leaving.
Interesting.
I knew. Because I was one of the ones that consistently left in the summer.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not.
Oh, you're like, I'm not going to stay in the town.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not living here.
Where did you think you were leaving to? Just Atlanta?
No. Well, you know what?
New
Atlanta
York?
would have been the start.
New York?
Atlanta would have been. Atlanta would have been the start.
Interesting.
Atlanta would have been the start.
Okay.
But I'd have ended up somewhere other than there. I might have came back later.
I would love to know if you had not joined the military, how far you would have got.
I already left South Carolina in high school.
That's what I'm saying. But I think you just went one state over. I think you just went to Georgia.
Yeah, I went to Georgia. That's bigger, more opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there, who knows when I got tired of being in Georgia, where I would have ended up.
New York, probably.
No, I don't think it would have been up in New
Isn't
York.
that the route your family usually takes?
That doesn't mean I would take the same.
I think you would have stayed where family was.
I think I'd have moved farther inward, probably. Inland, probably. I don't think I'd have ended up in California. I put it that way.
Where do you think you would have ended up at?
maybe Texas.
How?
Job, something would have got me out of it.
You think but you would have stayed in the South?
Probably.
Interesting.
I could see myself coming up here.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But yeah, I was leaving.
Very interesting. Maybe I should not drink this pina colada because we're never going to stay on topic. Anyway, back to the Mean Girl murders.
Whatever.
The point is, it's a tiny town. And one of the few places to get a good job, cookie factory. Apparently, that whole town smells like cookies because it's where a bunch of our prepackaged American cookies are made. Comes out of that place.
In this cookie factory, you have an old lady by the name of Pam who has all the old heads in her corner.
Allegedly.
And then you have these new YWWs come in.
Please refer to them what they refer to them as in the actual show.
Young white one.
Millennials.
A bunch of young white girls come in.
Do you remember the names of these white girls?
Kara.
Yeah, Kara.
One with an H. I don't know.
What with an H?
Helena.
What with an H?
I don't know. One with an H.
What with an H? Hannah.
Jordan was
Donna.
Donna. Gibson. Blitzen.
The main girls were Donna.
Blitzen.
What was her face? I would call her Jerry. Jordan. Kira. And the other girl. When you said it aged better, she looks better aged.
Hannah.
Is her name Hannah?
Helena. I don't know what her name. It should be in the notes. It should be in your thing, Javon.
I don't have the notes.
Oh
anyway,
my God.
All I have are notes on the person who ends up doing the murder. So
yeah. You have these.
But also Desiree is a new girl that comes in.
And so you have these 4 young girls who come into this cookie factory and they're living life.
Well, one of them's already been in there. We're going to call her Hannah. Hannah's been there for a minute. And Jordan gets the job after her. And at first, she doesn't really like Jordan. But then they become friends. And then Donna comes in. And it's the 3 of them.
Blitzen comes in.
Kira is there. Jordan doesn't really like Kira because she acts like she's the boss of them, apparently. But they become a tight-knit group.
So you have all these girls.
So you have the 4 girls.
And then is Donna?
No, Donna's been there. Desiree joins. She's the last one to join.
So at some point,
and apparently she's a pretty young thing.
At some point,
she's a PYT
because she's pretty. What's her Desiree?
Desiree is the young girl that comes in.
Desiree gets the weighing cookies job.
No, Donna got that job.
Donna takes.
You're going all over the place. Desiree joins. She becomes the it girl to fix the machines.
Sure. Who cares?
And it makes the boomers mad.
Has nothing. So, whatever.
But it sets the precedent of why they're going to target these girls later.
So, a little bit later, Pam loses her weighing the cookies job and ends up back in the freezer.
Scale job.
And ends up back in the freezer to Donna. She is livid.
Yeah.
Livid.
Apparently so.
She said, if it's my last damn thing I do before I die, I'm going to get all these young things out of here.
Mind you, this is a line job again. This is all them on a line working.
Mind you, they're just in a cookie factory.
Doing different versions of the same job.
Literally.
But apparently, working the freezer is beneath them. There's a hierarchy.
First of all, if you're old, you don't want your bones to be cold because then your bones start aching.
But if you're already old, you don't want to be on your feet all day either. And that's exactly what weighing those cookies are. You're sitting on your feet all day.
At least I'm warm. And I'm probably stealing cookies and eating them.
I'm thinking that's a better opportunity if I'm working in the freezer. No one's checking the freezer. I can layer up. I can make a corner that's warm for me.
The point is,
no one's checking the freezers.
The point is, her old ass don't want to do the freezer. That's the whole point.
The point is, she didn't want to get jimmied from her job for it to be one of the new girls that came up.
So now Pam is in, I gotta take all these bitches out mode, and
they don't explain how. They're like, she goes to management,
and she just starts pretty much complaining to management, and then management starts finding little things out to get rid of the girl. The first girl they got rid of was Helena.
Well, first, Donna loses her gig. They give it back to Pam.
And then she takes Kara's gig, which pits Kara against the young girls. And then she goes and hangs out with the old biddies.
Yes.
So now the young girls lost one of their mates to the old biddies because management, not the other girl, gave her her position. So now you have Kara with the old biddies. And you still have
Donna,
Helena.
Who's Helena?
Jordan, Hannah. You got Hannah, Jordan, Kara.
Who's with the old biddies? Kara's with the old biddies.
I'm sorry, Kara's the old biddies. You got Hannah, Jordan,
Donna,
and Desiree.
But then Hannah gets called into the office.
Hannah gets called in office and gets fired for looks. For
they said facial
harassment.
Which what? Which
means when you harass somebody with your face.
Apparently so. They said you rolled your eyes.
You harass somebody with your looks.
They said you rolled your eyes, and she said what?
Now,
and she did nothing else to contest it. Apparently,
mind you, everybody in it has resting bitch face. Apparently,
I've never heard of facial harassment, ever.
They evidently had something because she didn't fight it or do anything. She's gone. She said she told Jordan to watch their back. They're coming. Pam is setting something up. So next person, allegedly, we don't even know if it's Pam really doing this.
Well, we find out that Jordan and Desiree get called in because apparently they're whispering too much.
So
and that's then translating into bullying, and the office takes a stance that they're not going to stand for it.
Boom, they're gone, which leaves Kara,
Desiree,
and Desiree. What?
Yeah, Desiree.
Leaves Kara and Desiree. A new young hot man walks into the building.
Donna is still there. So really it's just Jordan and Hannah that are gone.
So it's Donna and Kara left.
Who's Carol?
Kara.
Kira.
Is Donna, Kara.
Who's not part of the group anymore.
And
so it's really just Donna and Desiree that's
left.
It's
Donna and Desiree left as the young millennials. A young hot man walks in.
This guy that comes in.
And Donna snatches him up. So now Donna's dating a young hot thing at the job.
Yes.
Apparently they have a falling out. And he ends up
with Desiree.
I guess him and Desiree kind of don't work. And they break up. And I guess he ends up back with Donna some kind of sorta.
Yeah.
So now Donna is fuming that Desiree did this to her.
Yes. Like she broke girl code.
So, long story short, Desiree ends up dead.
Calvin, you skipped so many.
But she ends up dead.
You skipped so many steps.
How?
After the Donna thing happens, Donna ends up becoming better friends with Kira. So she stops being friends with Desiree. Desiree's officially on her own. They have an office party, and Desiree disappears for a few hours. It also becomes to the attention of everybody that Kara's boyfriend/fiance has also disappeared for a few hours. Donna is the one who puts in the idea that maybe Desiree and the boyfriend were talking to each other. And then later, apparently that gets confirmed by eyewitness accounts who said that they saw them talking to each other all night.
So,
which sets off Kira.
So next thing you know, Desiree's dead. We don't know who did it.
No, next thing we know, the day after, Kira confronts Desiree at the job, and it is so loud, she has to physically be removed from the site.
Who cares? At some point, Desiree ends up dead.
Oh my gosh.
So now they have their running. Desiree goes home. La 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 la. A couple of days later, Desiree's dead.
Desiree is found by her 6-year-old and her 2-year-old, who run to the neighbor's house. The neighbors go to check on Desiree and discover that she is dead. They make the call to the cops, and the cops start their investigation. We find out that Desiree, unfortunately, suffered a very violent end of life situation. She was asphyxiated as well as stabbed multiple times all over her body and inside of her vaginal area, in addition to the bruising that they found. There's also the state of her nail beds. Her nails have been clipped as hazardly, and they found a razor, box cutter, I think some kind of shears or whatever. A lot of instruments were used on this girl, and there's a lot of DNA on these instruments from this poor girl.
Thank you, Investigator Coroner Javon.
Investigator Corner.
So she's dead. So they go straight to the cookie factory.
So she's dead.
They go straight to the cookie factory and start questioning people.
So here's my thing. How did they know that they would find somebody at the cookie factory? Granted, it's the only place everybody work, and they know that she worked there. It makes sense that they would find that trajectory. But it did make me laugh a little bit that they were like, yeah, we knew we were going to find somebody at the cookie factory.
They had a couple of conversations with some friends that were best friends with.
Yeah, Jordan and Hannah.
So they talked to them, and so like, okay, maybe she had a run-in at the cookie factory. Mm-hmm. They go to the cookie factory, they talk. They find out that she had an incident with Kara, and her and Donna had a falling out.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked to Donna first.
And then they talk to Donna's boyfriend.
Talk to Donna's boyfriend. And it's like, okay, cool. Whatever.
And he's like, you need to talk to another guy.
Yeah. So they end up talking to the other guy.
Who ends up being Kara's ex-boyfriend.
Kara's ex. They bring Kara in, talk to Kara. Everything seems cool.
Kara goes out of her way to be very accommodating to them. They don't think anything else of it.
So they leave. They're talking. Then the next day they get a call about a woman who's overdosed, and she pretty much tells the person who called 911, found her overdosing, that she possibly killed Desiree.
And when they investigated further, they find her to-do list on her person that outlines what she was trying to get accomplished the day of Desiree's death.
So you skip some parts. They went to the house, and it ended up being Kara.
They went to the house? What do you mean they went to the house?
They went to the house of the person who was dying from overdose. It ended up being Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Then they found then they did, okay, they asked her some questions. They took her to the hospital. While she was at the hospital, they ransacked the house, and then they found the letter, the to-do letter, which is insane to me.
The to-do list. But she also they also found the letter that she was going to leave with Desiree.
And to make it look like Desiree committed suicide.
Right.
So, and they arrest her, and that's pretty much...
She faces 15 years to life as of 2016.
Cookie Factory. What do you think about that? My whole thing about that episode was the Cookie Factory, though.
My whole thing about that episode, though, was over that man? This all happened over that man?
Wow.
That man?
Wow.
You're knocking all the stuff. What is happening?
Wow. So ugly man can't be fought. Ugly man can't get love too.
What is happening right now? Anyway, they show who these guys are that everybody's kind of fighting over. And I don't know why they are fighting themselves.
And two.
Also, ladies, if we're going to get mad at the heat of vengeance about an affair, let's start killing the men. Let's start killing the men. Let's not kill the ladies.
And one, let's not do that. Number two. What do you expect in that town? You expect Denzel or what's the white dude that played Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, you just think he's randomly walking around in that town? Somebody look that attractive?
I'm not talking about just in terms of looks, because the looks weren't doing anybody's favors. But I'm also talking about in terms of like character. This is a man who was not good at communication. He was slowly but surely breaking up with Kara. What the hell does that mean? Before and that there was overlap between his supposed slow distance from Kara and him talking to Desiree.
I know exactly what that means. That means, hey, I don't want to be with you. And she'd be like, no. We're gonna stay together.
Honestly, to me, it feels like he was living with her and he didn't want to break things off until he knew he had somewhere else to go. That's what it sounds like to me.
Sounds like someone told somebody no and they couldn't take no for an answer.
But he was living with her. Like, they had been together for 8 years. He was living with her. So either he didn't want to break things off until he had another place, or if they had, because she has kids. So I don't know if they had kids together and he was like, how do I take my time to make this work?
I don't know if you noticed, but Wyoming is not the place you want to be living out in your car in November, December.
But what
January.
I'm saying is, he was already doing ancient antics. Why are we taking it out on Desiree? Why are we taking it out on Desiree?
Because she started it.
How she started?
She gave him the idea.
How she gave him the idea?
Because
during their all night talk.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's correct. Yeah.
So now that you mention it. That's what the all night talk was.
The all night talk was tearing that ass up. That's what that all night talk was.
Here's my thing. You already had your own misgivings that this man was going to wander. Why are we mad at the girl? Be mad at the guy. Anyway.
Because
that's me. I'm not saying it would have been better if she had murdered the man, but I am saying I would have understood it a little bit more.
Because the girl who he was messing with wasn't random. She knew about me.
But they're in a small town. Everybody know each other.
Okay, so then she really knows about me.
But the dude is the one who made the promise. I stopped being friends with that girl. I stopped being friends with her. The dude is the guy who's the one who made the promise to me.
It doesn't matter. She knew me.
I hate that about girl culture. I need us to get mad at the person who deserves it. And that should be the person who made that promise. Not the other random person who's in here. The person who made the promise.
I look at it like this. If my woman cheats, if she cheats on me with a friend.
But she wasn't a friend.
I'm punching the friend in the face. But the person that we even if
they're in a small town.
But we used to be friends. We used to be cordial. We used to be friends. We used to be cordial. I'm punching him in the face.
Prime example. I actually dated one of your friends before I dated you. So you're telling me that person would have had grounds to beat you in the face?
Who did you?
AT.
You didn't date him. Oh my God. I love how you now the pina colada is kicking in.
I'm just saying, if it's a situation where you supposedly already knew the person.
You didn't date you. First of all, you met all of us at the same time. Let's start there. Number one. Number two, you met all of us at the same time.
They met all at the same time. Everybody knew each other.
Number one. Number two, you weren't dating nobody. You just say hey to everybody.
Maybe our definitions of dating is different. If I'm making out with you and I see you more than once, we're dating.
Oh, you're crazy.
Why is that crazy?
I take that back. You're
why
crazy.
is that crazy?
Nah.
I'm seeing you multiple times.
It's plenty if I see multiple times, then I'm not dating at all.
That's why for me, like just dating or whatever doesn't make any sense to me. I'm very one track.
No.
If I like you and you say you like me, we are now together. Like, that's how that works. We're now together.
Psycho.
We're now a couple.
I hope that's a pina colada talking.
I'm so dead serious. We're now together.
That's psycho.
That is it?
Yes.
That's how I've always understood it to be.
Yes.
And I'm also the type of person to, like, it's hard for me to juggle more than one person at one time. It doesn't really work.
I saw none of these signs. Maybe I was.
And it worked. And I snared you in.
And maybe I was in happy land.
This is not a snare, but whatever.
Maybe I was in happy land.
But my point is, I understand
this is crazy.
Being mad at your friend, but Kira and Desiree were not friends. They weren't friends.
The whole point was she knew we were friends at one time. She knew.
And again, they're also in a small town. I guess that's another thing I don't understand. This girl law or friend law or whatever it is of, like, don't date my ex. Why?
That's a law for every.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why that's a law. Why? You're an ex. Why? You're not together. If you're still together, okay, I understand. But not together?
So you dated a bunch of your friends' exes. That's what you're saying.
No, I did not date a bunch of my friends' exes.
Okay, then you understand. Stop acting like you don't understand.
No, it's not that I didn't date them because I wanted to respect the law. They just weren't my types. My friends and I did not have the same types that we liked of people.
I didn't want hand-me-downs. Booyah. Bang, bang.
But everybody's a hand-me-down. Booyah, bang, bang.
No,
everybody's a hand-me-down.
No.
Everybody has an ex.
Everybody's not a hand-me-down.
Everybody has an ex.
When I say hand-me-down, if I don't know you, I don't give a damn about your history or past. Unless it's not too crazy. I don't care.
Did you or did you not share a girl in Korea? Didn't that happen?
No.
You guys weren't taking turns with somebody in Korea?
No.
Sure. Okay, we'll pretend that didn't happen then. Sure. I remember there being a paper bag involved, a bet. Anywho, in 2 ways.
Oh, that wasn't no.
I'm just saying
that wasn't.
You act
sharing.
like that it's untouchable, but there's been several scenarios where that's fine.
No, no one was dating her, and we weren't sharing. No one claimed her.
Okay. Anyway,
if someone claimed her and then that would happen, yeah, that's sharing.
I'm just saying, you know that she was with somebody, several somebodies right before you, and you were like, yeah, okay.
No, I didn't. In my defense, no, I didn't.
Okay, whatever.
I didn't.
Sure. My point is, there's a flaw to your theory.
No, there's no. What? Sure, you're right. And now she's having hot flashes. Moving on. I am
having hot flashes.
Miss Teen.
No. So what did you think about Kira telling on herself? Do you think they would have pinned on her if she didn't overdose and tell somebody? I don't think they would have pinned it on her.
What I'm learning is the police lucky to solving cases. That's what I'm learning by watching a lot of these stuff. That the police don't solve cases on their own. They lucky to solve cases. Mm-hmm. Because without the luck, they suck at their jobs. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say that. Because everything we've seen, the person told on themselves at some point.
That is so true.
So.
That's so true. What did you think was the so for this one, the Cookie Factory? You saw the Mean Girl connection distinctly.
Yes,
this was like a group of a clique of girls
at one job.
Okay,
and they end up the people at the job who knew each other end up killing each other.
Okay.
Oh, they're the same. Yeah.
Yeah, they were all within like the same vicinity, same little social circle.
Yeah. Yes.
So okay.
At least yes. Little Miss Murder.
Mm-hmm.
It's
real quick because
it's about a girl who
was in the pageant world. She was constantly an underdog in the pageant world, but she overcame a lot of odds and kind of got up there, all the way up to Miss Teen, Florida, for her state.
The least we could do is know her name.
Her name is Aria.
Aria, what's her last name?
Why do you need her last name?
Aria. This happens.
We didn't get the last name with nobody else.
This happened in Florida. If you want to know,
we need her last name.
She got into the
pageantry world as a teen.
Ended up winning a pageant.
The things that stood out for me about her entering that pageant world was that it wasn't her idea. Her mom wanted her to be in the pageant world. Her mom worked for the government, they said. And later they let out that it's closer to Fort Myers. So they're near the base.
I don't know. Oh, sure.
Fort Myers is an Air Force base.
Okay.
It's by Pensacola. No, it's north of Pensacola. It's like way up there.
Okay.
It's known for its little secluded beach.
Okay.
So she has a mom who's like over-invested in her being in the pageant world. She doesn't really have a huge investment in being in the pageant world, but she's like, I'll do it. Whatever. Not a lot of the aspects come easy to her about being in the pageant world. And she is kind of blindsided by a lot of the cruelty that's associated with the pageant world. Because it's literally all about looks. So she's getting criticized and picked on for every little physicality.
She ends up winning Miss...
Her county. She wins her county's pageant first.
And she ends up getting accepted for Miss Teen Florida.
Right. She wins a bunch of county ones.
And then she gets to Miss Teen Florida, and she finds out that apparently the pageant she won is considered like a fair.
It's small. It's small compared to the other regions these girls have come from. And they're basing this all on the color of her sash.
Her sash is not red, white, and blue.
Right. It's orange for the county.
For the county. So they're pretty much saying she's beneath them.
Which is I thought the Mean Girls were the people being interviewed. But anyway.
Yeah. So
Anywho.
she ends up going 20. Let's just say 2014.
No, it was 2012 when she first went, and
2012
then she
lost.
Place.
She doesn't place. 2013. She
goes
comes
again.
back.
Yeah.
With a vengeance. She wins bigger pageants.
She gets the red, white, and blue sash.
She's now trying for Miss Florida.
Miss Teen Florida.
Still doesn't win, but she wins the.
Well, she does place though. So she's within the top 15.
She's in the top 15, but she ends up.
And she wins Miss Amity, which is basically like Miss Personality.
And that sets her off.
It doesn't really set her off. They do talk about how she's like disappointed that that's what she got after trying again from everything that she learned. But she was just like, okay.
But we're supposed to take this as the catalyst that set her off.
Well, made her quit.
And after that, she just quits and never to be seen again.
There is an incident that they talk about before her quitting, where during the county division of stuff, they were doing a parade, and one of the girls was tapped to be in the parade with her mother because they had both been Miss Princess of the county at some point, and they were going to do like this little cutesy, like generational thing.
This is when she won
the county.
The county won.
As the queen.
First time. And
not
she
as
became the queen.
Right.
So she won that, and everybody else who were runner-ups were princesses.
Right.
There's
one girl whose mom was also a princess at one point.
Who won princess in that county as well. They decided to put them on one car together, let them ride.
Which is exactly what I just said. I don't know why he had to repeat this.
Her mom wanted to be on the float with her.
Who's her? You guys say names.
Whatever.
Aria's mother.
Aria's mom wanted to
fought the judges.
Wanted to be on the float with her, and they told her, "Nah, Negro, you can't do it."
Well, they said the precedent was like we're showing generational princesses,
and
you
were
never
that
in
the only reason they're doing the other one is because this generational.
Why are you talking over me so much?
Sure, and so they told her no, she couldn't go. They try to make that like the setup to her, like her mom and her kind of getting into it, or this one kind of confused me because they were like trying to set it up to where the girls that were talking could have been the mean girls, or her mom could have been one of the people who did something crazy. What did you think?
I get to talk?
Sure.
The mom thing, adding the mom element was to show why she wasn't a part of pageants. Because they kept talking about how, like, her heart really wasn't in pageantry itself. She really wasn't about the physicality portions of the pageantry, which is the biggest parts of being in the pageant. But she was good at the intellectual aspects, the speech writing, the discourse, answering the questions. She was good at that stuff. And that's what propelled her forward in a lot of these pageants and what got her the win in a lot of these pageants. So they were showing how the mom was very controlling of a lot of aspects for Aria, and like how it came to a head when she wanted to be on that float. And that whole float thing was right before she went to the state for Miss Teen Florida. And then when she lost at state, we're left to kind of like make our own decisions on like how her mom took that, because she comes right back in the next year, bigger and better, to try to cinch it again. She doesn't cinch it. She does place, but she doesn't cinch it, and then she just quits entirely. Plus, I think it's also to lay out the groundwork of why she eventually splits from her mom. Later, we find out Aria leaves her mom and starts living with a boyfriend. She doesn't even finish high school before she's living with a boyfriend, which finally takes us to the murder. Apparently, there's a missing man. His girlfriend reports him as missing. His name's David. He went out to allegedly get gas, never came back home. We find out he actually went to a gas station and met up with Aria and her boyfriend, Nathan, because they're both living together, and they somehow knew David. David had a history of drug usage. They think they met up for him to get drugs, to score drugs or whatever. The police narrow in on interviewing Aria, and in the interview with Aria, she gives very pageant-esque answers to a lot of their questions. Like, there's a lot of detail. There's a lot of detail and stuff. And she inevitably starts telling on herself. And talks about how, like, yeah, this man's not missing. He is dead.
Once again, people telling themselves.
She basically says, yeah, we went and got the stuff. He went and got drugs. He took the drugs and started acting real weird. There was a fight that ensued. There was a gun that was in play, and it somehow made its way to the back seat where Arya was sitting.
Apparently, well,
and in threat of saving her boyfriend's life, she shot.
Well, she said that the guy pulled out a gun from the back, like a magician. He just pulled out a gun from somewhere and pointed it and was playing with it and pointed it, I guess, at her boyfriend. Her boyfriend did some ninja thing where he slapped the gun out of his hand and it fell in the back seat. So she just picked it up and shot.
Well, she said she thought her boyfriend's life was in danger because this guy was acting very erratic, according to her. So much so, she then, that same evening, takes the cops to where they tried to bury his body, couldn't bury it there, moved it, and then buried it in another location. Like, she fully tells on herself in its entirety. And she's in jail now for murder.
The sad thing is, she might have been telling the truth.
I don't think the sad thing is that she's telling the truth. I think the sad thing is that they tried to cover it up.
Sure. Yeah. I you panic. You said certain things you said you wouldn't do, but you don't know how you would react when something happens.
True.
I think they panicked. I think they're all high.
I agree.
And I think she panicked.
Yeah.
And
they do try to position it like she's a cold-blooded murderer who didn't care. I think she was just disassociating. And literally was like, this is what happened. And this is what we did. This is what we did.
And I think she's probably still kind of high.
It was a few days after. Who knows? She could have been still using.
That's what I'm saying. She could have still been high.
But what was getting me was the girls that they were interviewing, who was also former pageant girls. And they're just like, she really let herself go. She really just stopped caring about her periods. Bitch, what?
Oh,
what are you talking about right now?
I was too busy trying to pick together. I'm like, what is...
One of the girls is like, she wasn't even on my radar. Then why are you here?
My thing was, I was trying to figure out, this has nothing to do with pageants. Her doing this has nothing to do with pageants. I was stuck on that.
The loose link to pageants was her answer to the cops when they were asking her where she was the night of all of this disappearance. And she was giving them a very pageant-y answer. That was the link to the pageant. But including these girls was insane. Like, I guess that was how they were going to make it Mean Girl-esque.
And what I'm saying to you is, I wasn't paying attention to that because I was trying to figure out how is this
the girls are Mean Girls.
Yeah, relevant.
The Mean Girls. The girl who was Miss Teen Florida.
Yeah.
Played on the fence of being like, well, this is kind of like showing empathy and being like, oh, well, this is where she was coming from. Her mom was controlling. But then also bullying the shit out this girl every chance she got. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
And I'm like, is this Mean Girls in reverse? I don't understand.
Basically.
I don't get.
And the one girl who never made it to the teens, the state teen pageant at all, being the loudest about how, like, this girl didn't matter at all. Girl, what? Please sit down somewhere.
Oh my God. You are so right. She didn't even place.
No.
But she was talking, she was going the hardest.
She stayed a princess, meaning like she stayed a princess for her county. She never even placed in the Miss Teen USA pageant at all.
Are we talking about the Asian looking
with the random silver eye shadow that she was trying to do.
That kept smiling for no random reason?
Mm-hmm. That girl.
The hate on her was palpable.
Like, you could see it. But like, yeah, but on the one hand, she's talking about how, like, this girl meant nothing. And then on the other hand, she's still talking about this girl.
She wasn't on her radar.
She's like, it was clear that she was not on the same league as the rest of us. You didn't place, girl.
No, I think she made it to Miss Teens. She didn't place for Miss Teens.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You didn't place. You got a lot of shit to say about this girl who you don't think was even on your radar, and you didn't even place. And now you talking about this girl. What are you talking about right now? Please stop.
That's crazy.
Your relevancy right now is this girl. Please stop.
I wasn't even picking up on a lot of the shade because I was too busy trying to piece why the hell is this Mean Girls?
The Mean Girls were literally the pageant girls that they interviewed for this trial. Like that.
Being mean to the girl that ends up killing somebody.
Yes.
because I was like, she has to be dead.
And they
One of them
all
had to
have
kill
like
her.
this plastered smile as they're telling their story, and it doesn't sit well. It's very Stepford Wives. It's crazy.
Yes, it was very weird.
It was crazy. Which takes us to the last Mean Girls episode we watched, which is Wicked Witches.
Oh my god.
It's another small Midwest town. This time they're in Illinois.
I felt like Borat at some point was going to show up.
How?
Do you've seen Borat?
Yeah, but why was
Because it was so,
such a small town?
not only that, it was so look, it was so gullible. It looked so it didn't make so much sense. It sounded like it was a spoof.
Okay.
That's what it felt like, a spoof.
Uh-huh.
To me, I'm like, sometimes Borat is come in, which woman to give you a tears? Can I have your tears? Why is this little doll human? Turn this human doll back into a human right now. That's why I thought Borat was going to come out of somewhere, because everybody in this thing is slow.
Everybody in this thing is lonely.
That's the ultimate thing. Everyone's lonely. Because the one lady kept saying, I'm like, but you're there though. I kept saying, but you're
what do you
there.
mean?
I'm like, what do you mean?
I kept distancing myself, but
I'm
you
like,
know them all by name.
I'm like, but you're there.
You live with one of them. What are you talking about right now?
I'm like, but
you work with all of them. What do you mean?
I'm like, but you keep showing up to this house. But you're there. So you're lonely.
It kicks off. We meet up with Misty, who works at Walmart. And this is an area where the only thing going for it is the 24-hour Walmart that's in town.
And I think
I have never been privy to a 24-hour Walmart. That was not something I grew up around at all. I am continuously confused on how that is a hot spot for anything. What do you mean?
Because it's the only place to go shopping.
Well, I understand it being the only place to go shopping, but how is it the only thing to do? They're like, yeah.
Because
when we would get out of school, we would go to the 24/7 Walmart.
Because back in the day, what year is this? Before I say this.
This happened in 2005.
Okay, arcades aren't a thing really anymore.
Okay.
I don't know why they're going to the 24-hour. It's like the mall. I don't know why they're going to the 24-hour.
Is it like, I've been in a Walmart. I've never gotten mall vibes.
It's their mall.
I guess.
Imagine growing up imagine this area, Waldorf.
I guess because in my mind, in the mall, you have places where you can literally chill. Like if you go to like the corn dog spot, there's tables and stuff for you to sit. Or even if you're on the walkways, you can sit by the planter, you can do stuff. Walmart doesn't have any of that.
Imagine being in this cul-de-sac and the Target is the only thing.
But that's what I mean. Like we're going in there to hang out in the aisles. Like what are we doing?
Walking around. They used to have the games out that you could play some of the games.
But you just said this is 2005, so they probably don't have that.
You're probably right. I'm just saying.
I'm confused.
I'm trying to help these people out in the middle of nowhere.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Is it like a Barnes and Noble where you're literally just wasting time literally in the aisles?
They probably got a McDonald's in there where you can sit down and eat too.
Is that 24/7?
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm confused on how this is a hotspot. I'm just confused. But anyway, apparently it's the only place that anybody can really get work, and two, where people hang out. So you've got Misty, who's kind of a loner. She discovers Wicca for herself. And she gets really into it.
This is where it goes off the rails for me.
Wicca, in case you don't know, is actually a recognized religion. But it does look at the harmony of like the earth. So we're talking nature, oneself with nature kind of a deal. And it's supposed to lean positive. It's not supposed to lean negative at all, which is different from witchcraft, which is more hobbyist. And that just depends on the person who's doing the hobby. If they're doing it for good or they're doing it for bad, for whatever. And Misty makes sure to make that distinction for herself. And she talks about how she started being friends with one of the girls that was there. I want to say her name is Julie. We can go with it.
Oh. Because there's no names.
I want to say it's Julie. But so she makes friends with her coworkers, essentially. And one of them is this girl who is kind of on her own. Jenny. Her name's Jenny. Come on, what are you doing?
So, Jenny,
Jenny lives with a lady named Irina.
we're gonna come back. Put a pin in Irina. We're gonna come back to
She's
her.
also friend with another person named Oscar Eck, who also works at the Walmart with them. And they all chill and they hang. But she gets close to Jenny. And by getting close to Jenny, she meets Irina, who Jenny lives with. There's no family relation between Jenny and Irina. Jenny actually got kicked out of her home. And Irina's one of the few people that she trusts in. Like, is in her inner circle. Irina's also into the witchcraft, which is different than Wicca. And she's like, Misty sees her as like a try-hard. Like, she was trying really hard to like really set herself up to be like this cool person they should get to know. And then she suggests to Jenny and Misty, let's start a coven. Let's do it. Let's start a coven.
What was that stupid little movie?
Practical Magic? The Craft?
The Craft, yes. They decided to become the Craft.
No.
Yes.
Have you seen The Craft? Do you know what it's about?
3 witches.
No. It's really about one witch and 3 people who try to be like her.
Sound like the same thing we just had in this
How?
Because there's one witch, 2 other people trying to be with the one witch.
Who's the witch?
Because they thought they had power. Irene.
Irina? Her name's not Irene.
Irene.
It's Irina.
Sure.
No. Anyway. I love The Craft. How dare you? So anyway. At first, Misty's like, I'm kind of a loner. I don't really want to be in a coven. But she kind of goes along with it because, as we discussed earlier, loneliness. So she's there to still be friends with Jenny. At first, it's pretty low-key. They're learning tarot. They're doing candle readings. It's real low-key. But then
it goes left real fast.
Starts talking about how bad things are starting to happen around them. Her dogs are mysteriously getting sick. And Misty's migraines are picking up. Misty tries to self-medicate by using a voodoo doll for herself.
Let that sink in, people.
And she's trying to use pins for the voodoo doll for herself to help like release her migraines, but it's not working. And Irina's like, well, you know what I can do for you? Give you some satchels that she's created with like herbs and stuff. And that also does not work. And then Irina explains that it's not working because there's a bigger threat to them.
Who would have thought sticking pins in a doll didn't work for your migraines? Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Anyway, Irina tells the girls the reason none of their stuff is really working is because they have a hex on them. And she learned this because she went to Indianapolis and a bigger witch told her that they have a hex. Indianapolis is crazy. Anyway, so
the Craft.
That's not The Craft.
The Craft, ladies and gentlemen. The Craft.
Misty says that she has some questions about it, but she still goes along with everything. Later, Irina tells them the witch that put the hex on them is this lady named Lindsay. Turns out Lindsay is somebody that has been working against Irina for a while now. So much so that she hexed Irina to have Irina's boyfriend break up with her, this guy named Jackie, that Lindsay now has.
Basically, Lindsay is banging her ex, and she's pregnant by him.
Lindsay's in a relationship with Jackie. They're having a child together. Not banging. Full-on relationship. Anyway.
Banging.
But she's like, this is why it's happening. That Lindsay is getting revenge on me. She stole my man. She's coming after everything that I've got. We got to fight against her. So they're coming up with all kind of witchery plans and spells, jumping over broomsticks to get back at Lindsay.
I will say
nothing's working.
In Irene's defense.
Irina's
defense. Lindsay has been stopping these attacks.
At every turn.
At every turn. I would give her that.
They light a fire, and it's supposed to help them like release bad energy to Lindsay, and the flames go out by themselves.
They literally try to set this lady's house on fire, and the fire just goes out. Literally, they pour gasoline all on the side of this lady's house.
Yes,
and the fire just goes out.
Yeah.
So now, at that point, I'd be like, maybe
you're like, you know what? I believe you. Lindsay is a powerful witch.
Maybe she is a witch.
She has to be stopped. What is this?
Higher power because
what is this?
We can't even burn this lady alive. We're trying to burn this lady alive.
I'm just imagining them trying to light fire on the windiest night ever.
You know what?
And it's just going out every time they try.
Probably what happened. That's literally probably what happened. It was the coldest, windiest
They're
night.
also in Illinois, so it being windy, not far-fetched.
And it couldn't happen.
Or it's just too cold for the fire to start.
And the wind probably made the fire do something crazy. And they were like, you see that? You see that?
I don't know if you ever tried to set fire to something that's really big with like a little match. It usually doesn't work. Usually you have to do like a kindling thing and build your way towards up. It doesn't just take off immediately.
Like I said, in Irina's defense,
Lindsay is a beast of a witch because she is
been thwarting all her plans. And not even trying.
She's stole her man.
Trying.
She's not getting sick. She's just like
they're trying to kill this woman, and nothing's working.
They're trying all this stuff.
And
you know what? The penultimate. You're right. Lindsay might be the most powerful witch in this place. Anyway.
Then Irina tries to get what's her face.
So Misty distances herself. After the house burning situation, Misty was like, "I'm out. I can't be here no more."
Left. That was a straw that broke the camel's back.
She couldn't do it anymore. She was out. But her roommate, Oscar, is also into the occult. He's been listening to all of the madness. Irina manages to get him in on this as well.
But before then, she tries to take not Misty. What's her other lady's name? Jenny, to shoot.
Yeah.
Lindsay.
Right.
They go to the house. Jenny gets out the car, and she's overwhelmed and couldn't do it. Once again, Lindsay's powers overwhelms Jenny, and Jenny just takes off running, and they can't do it. So Irina is irate at this point.
It's just like, I can't win
because she's dealing with a more powerful witch. Okay.
I can't win.
So she
gets two of the guys from Walmart that work with Jenny and Misty to join their coven. So it's a guy named David. We have Oscar, who's the roommate of Misty, who's also been friends with them.
Yes.
And Jenny. Yes. They have decided to stay with Irina, and they're like, all right, we clearly are hexed. I don't know how the guys got hexed. We're clearly hexed. You
know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. How did the guys get hexed? They weren't even there the whole time.
The guys. But for whatever reason, they all believe that they got to stop Lindsay by all means possible. They make a plan to shoot her in her home.
Once again, we got to reiterate that. How did they get hexed? They weren't there at the beginning.
Loneliness. I don't know. I don't know.
That's just loneliness. That's
I don't know.
Loneliness.
Because they went along with this. So they concoct a plan,
of course,
to mask themselves up, infiltrate the house, kill Jenny in person with the three of them. So it doesn't go to plan.
I thought Irina was the one driving.
Jenny
turns out it was Jenny who drove the guys there. But before they go there, they got to stop at the
Walmart.
The Walmart to hang out and get stuff.
Walmart is easy pickings if you want to start a coven to kill somebody, apparently.
They go get gloves. They go get ski masks.
They get the guns.
Like, that's not going to be... They only had a knife.
Oh.
They only had a knife.
Oh, Jackie has the gun. He shoots them.
Yeah. Okay. Irina gave them a knife.
Okay.
To use. So, you live in the middle of nowhere and people could just come through your front door quietly. So they go to the house.
Yeah.
First they go to Misty and get her car because her car is quieter than Oscar's car because Oscar drives a loud Mustang.
Yeah.
They get Misty's car.
Yeah.
They drive to
Lindsay's place.
Lindsay's place, which they knew she was staying with a friend that night.
She lives with Jackie. They went to Lindsay and Jackie's home.
Oh, okay. So
they didn't know she was staying with a friend. They thought Lindsay was at the house.
Okay. So they go to the house.
Yes. Where Jackie and Lindsay have been living.
They walk in the house.
It's dark.
What really messes everything up is a dog starts barking.
Well, they see a female figure get up.
First the dog starts barking.
Yeah.
So they get startled. Then they see a female get up and walk around the corner.
Yeah. So they're like, this is the witch.
They rush.
Her familiar has let her know we're here. We got to hurry up and move.
So they rush her, stab her.
She's not Lindsay.
But they stab her thinking it's Lindsay. All of a sudden, a guy walks around, sees them.
He tries to stop them.
Tries to stop them. They stab him in the chest.
Yeah. They stab him multiple times.
They also didn't know there was a guy in the basement.
Right, with a gun.
The guy comes out the basement with a gun, hits somebody in the back of the head.
Yes, David.
I think it was David in the back of the head.
Yeah. He shoots at Oscar.
Him and Oscar starts fighting over the gun.
Yeah. But he manages to get a shot off.
He shoots Oscar.
Yeah, in the lake.
Don't know why David is still there, by the way.
To get beat up, because David gets beat up somewhere.
So then he sees David. He picks up the knife that David stabs the two
other people with,
and stabs David in the leg.
Yeah.
David limps out.
Yeah.
And someone calls the cops. The cops come, and the cops knows the guy that's...
Well, they saved the two people that were victimized. We find out one of the guys is a guy named Josh. He is the son of the woman that they stabbed. It turns out the house that they went to is Jackie's dad's house, where he was living there with Lindsay. And the woman they stabbed is Jackie's dad's girlfriend. So her son, Josh, and this poor woman were the unfortunate victims of this planned murder against Lindsay. Lindsay wasn't at the house. She had planned to be with a friend that night.
So...
Like a witch.
Exactly. Because she knew it was coming. She knew.
Anyway.
Her barrier just couldn't stop what was happening from happening.
Her protection barrier slipped up. Well, actually, if you think about it, her protection barrier did its job. She was not there. Anyway.
Touche.
We're also making up stuff. We do not think she's a witch. So...
They asked her, do you think witchcraft? She's like, I don't even know what this is. Or know anything about witchcraft.
I don't know
I'm not a witch.
About this.
I don't know why they're thinking I'm a witch. I have no idea.
The craziest thing I've ever heard.
So the police get there. They know the homeowners, and they're like, we don't know this guy.
Right.
And he's like, calm down. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, I woke up, these dudes are here, and there's people dead on the ground.
Yeah.
So he talks to the homeowner. He said, I come up.
The homeowner is Jackie's dad.
Yeah, he said, I also shot one guy, that guy, but there's a guy, I stabbed another guy. He's somewhere. I don't know where he ran out the front door.
Right.
He's like, They did?
They hospitalized David. David doesn't make it out of the house. He gets picked up by the police and the paramedics.
They hospitalize the mom?
They hospitalize all three. So Josh gets hospitalized. Jackie's dad's girlfriend gets hospitalized, but David also gets picked up. He got left, but he was right outside the house when they got there. That's not funny. But David's hurt bad.
No, he left.
No, Oscar left.
I'm sorry, you're right. Oscar left. David's hurt bad because he's still in the house. He didn't make it anywhere.
Right. That's why they picked him. That's why they put him in the hospital.
Took him to the hospital. They took all three, the two stabbed people to the hospital.
Yes.
The son was already dead at the house because he got stabbed in the heart. The mom went through surgeries and stuff.
Managed to survive. And David was on his last legs.
David's on pretty much his last leg. They pretty much took the oxygen tank off him.
The
and
investigator
he told them everything.
says he goes up there and just took his oxygen mask off his face. I said, what?
And told him, tell me everything. And he literally tells him everything and then died. No one has solved anything in these things. No police officer has solved anything.
I guess majority of the job is just being like, hey, you want to tell me? And then somebody being like, yeah. Go ahead and I'll tell you.
That's literally what it is. Because think about it. The one time they had to solve a case, they didn't. She eventually told on herself.
That's so true.
That's why I keep telling him, like,
that's so true.
I don't know if it's laziness or complacency. They don't try.
They do try. They just don't try hard.
Javon, I said the dude told him there was a yellow. The last episode we did
with the bobolinks.
I'm like, the dude said the person was driving a yellow Pinto. There was only one yellow Pinto in that.
It reminds me of the girl whose mom was like cyberbullying her for years.
Yes.
And how the local cops were like, we're at a loss. We have no idea. But FBI was like, yeah, it's our mom. That's what it reminds me of.
Yes.
But technically they were doing stuff. Was it a lot of stuff? No. But they were doing stuff.
They never looked for the yellow Pinto. And as soon as the girl confesses, they go to her garage, and guess what's in her garage? A yellow Pinto.
Well, I'm glad people just tell them themselves, because otherwise nothing would get resolved.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's my overall anger. Now you understand my frustration.
But I'm also like, this is real life. This is not like detective movies we see where we see them like, okay, let me get in the mind of this. It's not like that. They're not profilers at all. So I guess my expectation of local police is not that high.
No, my expectation that you got some of this technology. You said
do something for the love of God.
Exactly. Use some leads. Do something. All of these things end up with a person. They just like, so tell me what happened. And the person just tells them.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is. Anytime they actually had to do something, they're stumped.
Well, listen.
Even
Again,
though
my expectation for local police low. I don't have a
my
high
whole
expectation.
purpose, like for instance, the Bobolinks one. If they just look for the yellow Pinto, that's all.
I just think that they're already in a very corrupt system.
They're not even doing the bare minimum. My detective skills like, yellow Pinto. Let's look for yellow
In
Pinto.
the Bobolinks one, they were hyper focused on it being that one girl. They didn't care about the other literal proof that they had. They were focused on how do we pin it on this one girl. And when all options finally dried up about trying to pin it on that girl, that's when they finally pivoted.
I don't like the fact that they went like, when we went to her house after she confessed it, we found out they had a yellow Pinto. I'm like,
what I've learned watching
You
these
never
is that the
looked for the
cops hyper focus on one person. And then when it turns out not to be that person, then they're like, damn it, we got to start all over again. That's really what I've learned from this.
and my answer to that is, it's your job. It's your job. That's my answer to that. It's your job. Sometimes it ain't the first person. It's your job.
You said, why aren't we looking at all the people's?
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's your job. Keep looking.
anywho,
Your job is to investigate. Investigate.
back to this mean girl murder. Eventually, after they go and visit David and they pull that oxygen mask off that poor man, and he's like, tell me everything. David tells them about the hexing, how they've been hexed, how they were led to believe Lindsay was doing all kinds of crazy stuff to them. He is cahoots with Irina, Jenny, and Oscar to get this done. How Misty kind of is tied and involved in everything. Because at first, Misty is also on the hook for the murders that have happened.
The reason she's on the hook is because she didn't say anything.
Well, she also
That's
gave
it.
him the car. So there's that.
Uh,
She lived with one of them and gave them the car. So they were like, she was operating under the
Yeah.
full knowledge of what they intended.
and they tried to kill this lady before, and you didn't do anything
Right.
or say anything. Twice, actually,
Yeah.
because their witch powers prevented the first two. Actually, all
Three
three of
times.
them.
3 times.
She might be a cat. She might have 9 lives. It could be that.
So,
So
damn it, Lindsay. You the best of the business. Anyway.
she could be Catwoman. We don't even know.
But I mean, and technically that was true. She had plenty of opportunity to tell the cops, hey, there's a lady who's really trying to murder this other lady. Could you do something? But she never did. Granted, she was not a part of the actual act.
Yeah.
But she also,
And like, I thought Irina drove them there, but it wasn't. It was Jenny.
Yeah.
So she got what? Some ridiculous.
they all got a long time.
35
They all got
years.
murder. They all got murder. Oscar, Jenny, Irina all go away from murder. It's not good. Honestly, it's
I
not
know
good.
Jenny got like 35, some crazy. They said Irina would die in prison. That's why they gave her like 50-some years.
They said you could have died.
And she told the judge, kiss her ass, and then that was that. So she didn't care.
Okay, so Misty got sentenced to 7 years in prison
Wow.
after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder.
Wow.
And she was released she went in 2006. She was released in 2013.
She did a whole 7. That's crazy.
Oscar. Well, because I could have swore in the show she said she only did 3. She was released after 3.
Oh, sure. I don't know.
I think she was sentenced in 2006, but I don't think she actually served the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There might have been some house arrest.
I can see that.
Oscar pled guilty to 1 count of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to 20 years, and that was in July of 2007. Oh my gosh, he's almost out. He only has 1 more year to go. He's scheduled for release in 2027. He'll be
That
60.
dude's like 60 something.
Yeah, he'll be 60.
Well, I guess a couple of hot dogs and just take it to the house.
Jenny, went to trial in April of 2008, was found guilty of first-degree murder, home invasion, and conspiracy to commit murder. She was sentenced to 32 years in prison.
How she get 32 and she wasn't even the one in the house trying to kill people?
I bet you she told on herself about trying to commit those murders prior to it. That's what that conspiracy to commit murder probably encompasses. The other failed attempts.
This dumb girl told me she tried to set the lady house on fire before and try to shoot her. Well, she didn't try to shoot her. She ran.
But she knew about it. Like, this is a long history of her knowing that we're trying to kill this lady, basically.
Golly, she got more time than the dude that actually went in the house and actually stabbed some people.
Well, and then
That's crazy.
Irina was found guilty of first-degree murder, conspiracy of first-degree murder, home invasion, and later sentenced to 57 years in prison.
Because she was a ringleader.
She'll be eligible for parole in 2063, and she'll be 93 at that point.
2063 is 2 years from now.
Jenny will be out in 2040.
That's tomorrow, actually. So she'll be out tomorrow.
So Oscar's already out.
Yep. Welcome to freedom, Oscar.
That is crazy. Yeah. So what I took from that episode was that Lindsay is a witch. And she is very powerful. That Indianapolis witch was not wrong.
What I took from that. Because this lady was dodging death like it wasn't nothing.
That is crazy.
Even death was like, hey.
Damn.
Maybe I shouldn't be out there trying to kill her. Maybe I need to rethink my life.
Oh my goodness.
I can't get her.
I literally.
But it's not like death sent his brightest to go get her, though.
Listen, I feel like Lindsay's literally living. Have you ever seen those? I don't know. There's like these little skits of somebody just doing like regular everyday things, and there's somebody trying to attack them, but they literally have no idea. They have no awareness of it. And every time somebody tries to like punch them, they'll like move naturally to go get something. So they'll miss the punch, and they have no idea that that's what it feels like. I feel like Lindsay was just living her life, and they were like, we're going to set her on fire. But she was just like, anyway.
But the sad thing is, this lady's living with her fear, looking around the corner every day. Because now...
No, they're all in prison. She doesn't have to look around the corner every day.
But she's still paranoid. That makes you paranoid.
Mm.
Who else is out there trying to kill me thinking I'm something that I'm not?
He said, opens the floodgates.
Yeah. Who's to say, now you say you break up with that guy, you start messing with some other guy.
You're like, what if his ex wants to do something crazy?
Yeah. So.
Well, apparently she raised her child, and that child's now an adult. And they just kind of keep to themselves, apparently. Which, honestly, I don't know what... the fact that she stayed in the town was amazing to me. After all that went down, you stayed in the town? All right.
Sometimes people don't have money to move.
That's true. That's very true.
You need money to move. And then you got to figure out where you want to move.
Yeah.
And then start all over again.
Yeah. That's true. But also, I mean, hopefully it brings her small comfort that she's the most powerful witch in town. So there you know.
Hopefully.
And then there's a track and field one I want to watch. I want to see how this relates to Mean Girl Murders.
Hopefully it's centering around somebody and track and field killing somebody.
Well, okay, so the last time Mean Girl Murders showcased like black girls, it was the college girl. I don't know if you remember. It was like this girl was going to college for the first time, being away from her family for the first time. Her family was like very religious, and she had a roommate, and her roommate had a boyfriend.
Who was the sinner?
Basically, her roommate was like the exact opposite of her. She was like an extrovert. She goes to parties. She would host parties at the room that they shared, and the Christian girl would get really mad at her because she would just be smoking dope and drinking, and she was like, I'm trying to study. But at the same time, she was a little jealous of her because she kind of liked the boyfriend. Do you remember this at all?
I think that was Fatal Attraction.
I don't know that was Fatal Attraction.
I think that was Fatal Attraction.
I think it was Mean Girl Murders.
I think that was Fatal Attraction.
We don't have cable to watch Fatal Attraction.
I used to watch Fatal Attraction a lot back in the day.
It wasn't that far in the day.
Okay. That sound like exactly one of the Fatal Attraction episodes.
Interesting.
Literally.
But she's the one who ended up dead. The Christian girl's the one that ended up dead.
Yeah, that sounds like Fatal Attraction.
How?
I'm not lying to you. Maybe because it was a black girl and Fatal Attraction it's BET is all about black people.
But usually Fatal Attraction is like you guys, the point of it is it's a couple and then somebody in that couple murders the other person.
No, it's also about the person fell for somebody and it became a fatal attraction. And she ended up dead from that, or they ended up killing somebody because of that. So, yeah. It could have been both. It could have been that, New Mean Girls, and it could have been Fatal Attraction. Because there's a Fatal Attraction episode similar to that. Literally.
Okay. A lot of things. A lot of things. But I'm liking them. Anything else you're watching? 90 Day Fiance?
Before the 90 days.
Isn't it before the 90 days?
Yeah. Before the 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
We are caught up. I thought we weren't caught up. We are caught up on all the episodes, by the way.
Yeah.
So your boy met his girl for the first time. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I watched everything is running together.
I think you went to sleep.
Oh, probably. I probably fell asleep. I was really tired.
But
yeah, I saw when they started to meet each other, and I think I fell asleep.
I'm still confused about the mom component in this. Like, she's really like, she's a liar. She's not saving the money. But it's like, your son is not working. It's not like she's taking his money.
That's what I'm saying.
It's her money.
That's my thing. I'm like, at first I'm like, ooh. And then when she broke down, I'm like, your son is a deadbeat.
Right? Because the girl is a veterinarian.
Her parents are stealing her money.
And I don't even think they're stealing. Filipino culture, you take care of your parents. Like, that is just the
and I'm
thing.
Like, why are we upset? Because
I don't even think that
she's using her money to do this is happening to her money.
Right, with her family.
With her family. How they're
I also don't like him saying, like, I'm gonna take you away from your parents.
I'm scamming.
I'm like, to what?
Because they think they're saving people, Javon.
Like, I understand maybe you don't agree with the tactics or whatever. But being like, we're the better ones?
What'd you expect them to say? The Native American is just like, I'm just here for the right.
Also, taking her away, to what end? He doesn't work. And she can't immediately work in the U.S. So what's the plan? Is that why you're mad she didn't save the money? Like, I have a lot of questions. And
Sound
many questions.
The Filipino has been scammed.
I have so many questions.
By America.
They were like, you're supposed to give us that money. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, that's all I'm watching.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. What else happened in that episode? Homegirl met up with the dude in the singer.
Belize?
Yeah, in Belize. She brought that gross Chinese food from the States.
And she threw it away.
Immediately. I still can't get over it. She didn't try to wrap that thing up. Nothing. But also, he's crazy. He was like, yeah, with her, I think I want to settle down. I'm not going to give up partying. That's my life. But I might settle down. What?
You can still party.
Calvin, part of what he defined as partying is messing around with the women at the party. Like, having sex with these women at the party.
Well, then he's going to have to make a decision.
He's like, I just need her to get on board with that. It's always been a point of contention in my relationships.
Then he has to make a decision.
Nigga, what?
Then he has to make a decision.
His friends were like, yeah, she's probably not going to like that. And he was like, she's not jealous. Nigga, what? And in his mind, he's still being loyal to one person because he's not seeing these women outside of the parties.
Belize, he's not black.
He is black, Calvin. You can be black in Belize.
No, thank you.
What do you mean, no thank you?
No, thank you.
What you mean, no thank you?
Stop giving us everybody else problems.
What?
Our people don't need any more dysfunction.
We all got to these places by the same ship.
It doesn't matter.
They were just an earlier stop.
Who's the other couple? Next couple. Oh, the guy Javon. Oh my God. Yeah, there's still one. He's married to some Filipino girl as well.
In this past episode, they didn't go too far into it. Other than that, he's been married to her for like 3 years.
Yes.
But according to her, they've been dating for like 10 and married for 3. But here's the other thing. They've never met in person. So, what?
I haven't been in a relationship that long until I got married. And I've seen people. I don't know how the hell you do that without seeing somebody. At all.
Questions abound.
That means nobody else wants him. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him.
I have a lot of questions.
Nobody wants him.
I have a lot of questions. I don't know. Especially with these couples, you never know who's... We just watched a bunch of people who I would not think they'd have to worry about cheating. All worry about cheating. Who knows? Who knows?
There's a lot of black dudes on this season.
Is there? There's like 2.
3.
Who's the third one? Creepy Reggie.
The creepy old guy.
Ricky Reggie Redman.
Ricky.
Creepy Ricky. who's like, this girl's cheating on me. She didn't pick up her phone for 5 days. And then if I come to find out, it's not that she didn't pick up her phone for 5 days. They would go a couple of hours without talking. That was why she was cheating. She was talking to him. They just weren't talking as often as he felt they should be talking.
Meanwhile, he has a secret to tell.
He went to Colombia to meet up with an ex and fully had sex with this ex the entire time he was in Colombia. So the 5 days that she wasn't texting him back immediately, he was in Colombia having sex with another woman the entire time. The entire time. And when she finally tells him what was going on, he just goes, oh. Her story is that, one, her ex-boyfriend's home got broken into, and he tried to pin it on her. So she was dealing with lawyers. She had to lawyer up because this guy was trying to put her away for something she did not do. In the midst of all of that, her brother, while borrowing her vehicle, hit somebody. So they had to handle that as well. So they had to take care of all of that man's medical issues on top of what she was dealing with the ex-boyfriend. And that was 5 days of her being like stretched to her limit. And he was like, you should have told me. That's the whole point of partnership, is that you lean on me and I lean on you. And she was like, I was just overwhelmed because it's a lot of stuff. And it's not like I wasn't talking to you at all. We were still talking. We just weren't talking as often because I was dealing with the other stuff. This man went to Colombia. That means he went to Colombia on the first day. That means the first day that he texted her and she didn't text him right back, he was like, let me talk to my ex. And flew to Colombia.
Why are you shaking the table?
From San Diego.
Why are you shaking the table? I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. I'm not shocked.
The age gap, his decision making, the fake abs. It's too much. It's too much for me. I cannot. I need this girl to get out of there. And then she had the audacity to say that he was good in bed. How dare you, girl? How the bar is in hell.
And that's 90 Day Before the 90 Days. Recap by Joe. Gone in a nutshell.
Is that even all the couples? I feel like I'm missing one.
You know,
oh, we haven't seen her yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen the other 2 couples.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope.
Bring. Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin.
Later, people.
And we're out.